Порядок связи. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you today? Today we're talking to ChatGPT. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey! I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Glad to hear that. What's on your mind today? Glad to hear that.
I want to talk to you. Practice my English.
That sounds perfect. We can chat about anything you like. Is there a topic you'd like to start with? Or should I throw something out there?
You can throw something out there.
Alright. How about this? If you could live in any country for a year, which one would you choose and why?
If I could live in any country for a year, of course I would choose China because I love China and I worked in China for like more than 4 years. I know Chinese quite well, but I don't speak it very well, but I just know it. I can understand the language, I can read. What do you think? Do you think that China is great?
It sounds like you have a strong connection to China already. The fact that you've worked there for over 4 years and have learned the language is impressive. Being able to understand and read is a huge advantage, and I'm sure with more time, your speaking will get even better. As for whether China is great, I think it really depends on what aspects you enjoy. It has such a rich history, incredible culture, and rapidly growing cities. There's so much to explore, from the ancient temples to the modern skylines. And the food, it's amazing, right? There's so much variety. What part of China do you like the most and why?
I like the most like north of China and south of China as well. North of China, I like the food, and south of China as well because it's quite spicy. I like spicy food, not very spicy, but right, I mean spicy enough to enjoy it. And then I also like the southern accent because it's clear, and northern accent is not really clear for especially for learners who start learning Chinese at the beginning. And I lived in Beijing for a year, and I at that time I didn't know Chinese, and I think that's impossible to. But after a year, when I moved to the south of China, I started to understand what people were saying, at least because they were speaking clear Chinese, and then I learned it quite well, so I could understand quite well, like almost perfectly well.
It sounds like your experience in China has been incredible. Living in Beijing must have been challenging without knowing Chinese, but it's awesome that you managed to push through and then find your rhythm in the south. The clear accent there definitely seems like a big help when you're starting to learn. And I totally get what you mean about the food. Northern food has that hearty, savory flavor, and southern food can be a bit spicier, but still really flavorful without being overwhelming. Do you have a favorite dish from either region?
Oh yes, in north of China, the favorite dish is I don't remember how it's called, like um something like chicken. South of China, I like a lot this kind of what is it called? There's a malatang, and then there's so many types. I just don't remember the names because I haven't been to China for quite a while. But I
Ah, I
remember.
think you're talking about Kung Pao chicken from the north, which is a popular dish with chicken, peanuts, and a spicy, tangy sauce, right? It's a favorite for many. And for the south, it sounds like you're referring to malatang, the spicy, numbing hot pot style dish. which is awesome for anyone who enjoys a bit of spice and variety. It's a great choice because you can add a mix of meats, vegetables, and tofu, all cooked in a flavorful broth with that signature numbing sensation from the Sichuan peppercorns. It's definitely a fun dish to eat, especially when you can choose your level of spiciness. Do you like any specific ingredients in your malatang? Or maybe you have a favorite spice level?
When it comes to spice level, I'm not sure about like how spicy it could be. Maybe out of 7, I like 2, maybe 3, but 3 is much for me. Even Chinese people, they can't even try like number 5 because I mean, what's the point if you eat spicy food like in the level of 9, right?
I totally get what you mean. Spice levels above a certain point can sometimes just be overwhelming rather than enjoyable. For me, a level 2 or 3 sounds perfect. Just enough to feel the heat, but not so much that it takes away from the actual taste of the food. And I agree, when it gets too spicy, like a 9, it feels more like a challenge than a meal. Plus, you miss out on all the amazing flavors that make the dish special. It's funny how even some locals avoid those extreme spice levels. It shows how spicy food can be a bit of an extreme sport for some people. Do you ever experiment with making spicy dishes at home, or do you prefer to enjoy them when you're out?
Of course, when I am out because I cannot cook.
Haha, fair enough. It can be tough to recreate those spicy dishes at home, especially if you're not sure where to get all the right ingredients, or if you're worried about making it too spicy to handle. Plus, when you're out at a restaurant, you can always leave the heat to the experts. Do you have a favorite restaurant or place where you like to go for spicy food, or do you like to try different spots each time?
Could you wait for me for a second? I need to wow.
Of course. Take your time. I'll be here when you're back. Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
So I'm back
Could
here.
not understand what you said.
I'm back here.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Hope everything's good. Ready to continue our chat?
Yes, can you tell me the like 3 most popular dishes in the south, like in the city of Nanning? Nanning is in a autonomous region, Guangxi.
Nanning, the capital of Guangxi, has a rich culinary tradition with flavors that mix with influences from nearby regions. Here are 3 of the most popular dishes you can find in Nanning. 1. Beef noodles, Nuro Fen. This is a classic Nanning dish. The noodles are served with tender slices of beef in a rich, flavorful broth. It's often topped with herbs, chili, and sometimes a bit of pickled mustard. It's a comforting dish that locals love for breakfast or any time of the day. 2. Mianshan Misen Mishan. Similar to rice noodles, Mianshan is popular in Guangxi and is usually served with a sour and spicy broth. The noodles are topped with a variety of ingredients such as pickled vegetables, minced pork, and fresh herbs, making it a tasty and satisfying meal. 3. Gilin rice noodles, Quailin Mifan. Even though this dish originates from nearby Gilin, it's commonly eaten in Nanning as well. It's made with rice noodles served in a clear broth with a variety of toppings like braised pork, pickled vegetables, and chili. The combination of flavors is simple but delicious. These dishes reflect the region's love for noodles and rice-based meals, often paired with unique local spices and flavors. Have you tried any of these in Nanning, or is there another dish you remember fondly?
Of course, because I lived there for a lot of time, and I tried it, of course, and I like it a lot. But I still don't understand how people eat it for breakfast, because I ate for breakfast most of the time was I don't remember the name of it exactly, but in Vietnamese it's called bánh bao, but in Chinese it's like bao zi. I think it's bao zi.
Ah, baozi is definitely a popular breakfast choice in China, and it's quite similar to what you mentioned, bánh bao in Vietnam. These steamed buns are typically filled with various fillings like pork, vegetables, or even sweet red bean paste. It's a quick, hearty breakfast that's both filling and easy to grab on the go. I can see how you might be more accustomed to having something like that in the morning instead of noodles. As for eating noodles like beef noodles or rice noodles for breakfast in Nanning, I think it's part of the local culture. People in certain regions of China are just used to having these noodle-based dishes throughout the day, even in the morning. The soup-based dishes are seen as light but nourishing, and it's easy to make them quickly in the morning. Do you find it strange to eat heavier foods like noodles for breakfast, or do you think you could get used to it?
I find it strange to eat it in the morning, but I mean, how do people like accept the customs to eat something very heavy in the morning, even though they don't probably don't feel very well? Do you think?
It is interesting how different cultures approach breakfast. In many parts of the world, breakfast is seen as the most important meal of the day, and that often means eating something hearty and filling to start the day off right. For people in places like Nanning, where noodle soups and other hearty dishes are common, it's probably just part of the routine. Over time, their bodies get used to having something heavier in the morning, and they might not feel uncomfortable because it's what they're accustomed to. I think it's a matter of habit and cultural norms. In some cultures, people start their day with a light meal like fruit or toast, but in others, a more substantial breakfast is seen as a way to fuel the day ahead. The key might also be in the balance of flavor. Dishes are designed to be comforting and filling without feeling overwhelming. The spice and warmth of dishes like beef noodles or mian shan could be energizing for them, helping them wake up and feel ready for the day. Personally, I'd find it a bit heavy too, but I guess it's all about what your body is used to. How do you usually feel after eating something heavy in the morning? Would it make you feel sluggish or more energized?
Actually, I'm not sure, but how do you think people can get accustomed
That's
to
totally
this?
fair. Sometimes it's hard to know how you'll feel after eating a heavier meal in the morning, especially if you're not used to it. It can vary depending on what you're eating and how much you have. Some people feel energized after a hearty meal, while others might feel a bit sluggish or full. If you ever try it for breakfast, you could experiment with the amount and see how you feel afterward. Maybe you'll find that it gives you a good energy boost, or just makes you ready for a nice, relaxed morning. Have you ever tried a lighter breakfast, or do you usually go for something more filling?
Actually, I tried, but I mean, I tried like two bananas and coffee without sugar and milk for breakfast. It was quite good, but it lasts for only maybe 3 hours, and then I want to eat again. But we have lunch at school when I work, and when I have lunch, I can eat more, and I think lunch is more important uh meal a day, right? What do you think about that?
That's an interesting observation. Bananas and coffee are a light but healthy breakfast option, giving you a good energy boost. But yeah, as you mentioned, it doesn't last as long, and you might feel hungry again after a few hours. That's pretty common with lighter breakfasts. It's great that you recognize how your body reacts to it. As for lunch being the most important meal of the day, I agree with you. For many people, lunch is the biggest meal because it's the perfect time to refuel and recharge. You've already had breakfast, so lunch can be a good opportunity to get in more substantial food, whether it's protein, vegetables, or carbs. Plus, since you're working during lunch, it's essential to have enough energy to get through the rest of the day. Everyone's routine is a bit different, but many people feel that a larger lunch makes them feel more satisfied and productive. Do you usually have a heavy lunch or something more balanced?
I'm not sure if it's balanced because I eat at school. They give us rice, meat, vegetables, soup, and I don't eat much because I don't like the feeling of heaviness in my stomach. But as
It
for
sounds like your school provides a pretty well-rounded lunch with rice, meat, and vegetables. That combination gives you a nice balance of carbs, protein, and fiber, which is great for keeping you energized. It might not be the perfect balance every time, but it definitely covers a lot of the nutritional bases. If you feel good after eating it, then it's probably a solid meal. Sometimes the biggest factor is how it makes you feel afterward. Do you find that you feel full and satisfied after lunch, or does it leave you wanting a bit more?
had experience eating porridge for breakfast, and then I felt like after 1 hour I feel very hungry, even though I can eat porridge with bananas and drink coffee with milk and sugar, but still I can feel very, very hungry. What do you think? Porridge is not really nutritious, as I mean, for the morning meal.
It sounds like porridge might not be giving you the lasting energy you need, even with the bananas and coffee. Porridge, while warm and comforting, can sometimes be a bit light on protein and healthy fats, which are important for keeping you full longer. It's mostly carbs, especially if it's made with just oats and water, and carbs alone often don't keep you feeling satisfied for very long. To make porridge more filling, you could try adding things like nuts, seeds, yogurt, or even a bit of peanut butter for healthy fats and protein. You could also add some eggs on the side to boost the protein content if you're open to that. The bananas and coffee help, but a bit more protein might be the key to staying fuller for longer in the morning. I agree that porridge might not be the most nutritious option on its own for breakfast, especially if you're someone who needs more energy to start the day. How do you feel about trying a breakfast with a bit more protein or healthy fat next time?
Can I eat like chicken breast, like the whole chicken breast for the morning without anything and just coffee without sugar and without milk? Do you think it will be better?
Eating a whole chicken breast in the morning with just black coffee could definitely work as a high-protein breakfast. Chicken breast is a great source of lean protein, which will help keep you full and give you sustained energy throughout the morning. The protein in the chicken would probably keep you satisfied for longer compared to lighter breakfast options like porridge or bananas. However, eating just chicken and coffee might feel a bit dry or unbalanced though, since you're not getting much in the way of carbs or healthy fats. Carbs help with energy and make meals feel more rounded, while healthy fats from things like avocado, olive oil or nuts can help you feel more satisfied. If you're aiming for a higher protein breakfast, maybe try adding a small portion of vegetables, like avocado or spinach, or some whole grain toast to add some balance. That way you'll get a mix of protein, healthy fats, and a little bit of carbs to keep you going longer. But overall, if you're feeling good about just the chicken and coffee, it could be a solid start to the day. How does that sound to you? Would you try something like that?
Actually, I tried having like fried eggs in the morning, like three fried eggs, one tomato and one cucumber, and also coffee without sugar and milk. And also I tried like maybe three very small sausages fried on the saucer pan. What do you think? It's the perfect one, but it just takes too much time. I need to wake up like 1 hour in the morning earlier than I used to, and because bananas doesn't they don't take too much time to just fry them and eat them and then drink some coffee. But according to like if it comes to the eggs and like sausages and some salad, it takes too much time just to cook it. And I think And also, you need to go to the supermarket to buy them uh, for the week, and they don't. You cannot keep them for a long time for the week. You need to buy them maybe at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. And because I work a lot, and I don't really work a lot. I work like maybe 5 hours a day, but we have longer breaks, and the way to work, I commute to work like for almost an hour a day, and commute back, and kind of a.
It sounds like you've put a lot of thought into your breakfast options, and I can understand the challenge you're facing. The eggs, sausages, tomato, and cucumber breakfast you tried is definitely nutritious, providing protein, healthy fats, and some veggies. It's a good combination, but you're right, it takes time to cook and prepare. The added time for commuting and the need to buy fresh ingredients regularly makes it harder to maintain in the long term, especially with a busy schedule. In situations like this, I'd suggest a balance between convenience and nutrition. One option could be to prep your breakfast at a time. You could meal prep the eggs and sausages on a day off and then store them in the fridge. You could heat them up in the morning for a quick meal. Alternatively, you could try overnight oats, which you can prepare the night before, or keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge as a quick grab-and-go protein source. You could add some fruit or veggies to make it more balanced, without spending extra time in the morning. If you want something quicker than eggs and sausages but still filling, you could try Greek yogurt with some nuts or seeds. It's quick, filling, and you can store it for a few days. I understand the struggle to make the most of your time in the morning while still eating something that feels satisfying and nutritious. Do you think prepping some meals the night before could work for you?
Mais tu as raison, mais je pense que je ne peux pas manger comment dire, milk. Ouais.
Ah, tu veux dire du lait en français, n'est-ce pas? Si tu n'aimes pas le lait ou si tu ne veux pas en boire, tu peux peut-être essayer des alternatives comme le lait d'amande ou le lait de soja, qui sont souvent utilisés dans des petits déjeuners comme les overnight oats ou avec du muesli. Sinon, pour rester dans le côté salé de ton petit déjeuner, tu pourrais te concentrer sur des protéines comme les œufs, la viande maigre ou même du fromage si tu l'aimes. Cela reste nourrissant sans avoir besoin de lait. Est-ce que tu as déjà essayé ces alternatives ou préfères-tu vraiment éviter tout produit laitier?
En effet, je n'ai pas essayé de manger de lait, mais je pense que je ne peux pas manger parce que je suis une personne grande et je suis 30 et j'ai 33 ans maintenant et je pense que je ne peux pas manger, boire et manger de lait. Et c'est pour ça, je pense que les alternatives que tu me proposes n'est pas correct parce que maintenant j'habite au Vietnam et il n'est pas possible de manger et boire des choses comme ça.
Ah, je comprends mieux maintenant. Si tu n'as pas l'habitude de consommer du lait ou ses alternatives, et que tu es au Vietnam, où certains produits comme le lait d'amande ou de soja peuvent être difficiles à trouver, il vaut mieux s'adapter aux ingrédients locaux. Le Vietnam propose de nombreuses options qui ne nécessitent pas de produits laitiers. Par exemple, tu peux facilement manger des œufs, des fruits, des légumes frais et des viandes maigres pour un petit déjeuner nourrissant. Le pho, soupe de nouilles vietnamienne, ou même des banh mi, sandwich vietnamien, peuvent être de bonnes options. Ces plats sont riches en protéines et en légumes, sans avoir besoin de produits laitiers. Si tu cherches un petit déjeuner rapide et équilibré, des fruits comme des bananes ou des papayes, accompagnés de noix ou de graines, pourraient être une bonne idée, tout en étant adaptés à ton environnement. Tu as peut-être aussi des ingrédients locaux que tu préfères et qui te conviennent mieux.
En effet, j'ai essayé de manger banh mi vietnamienne ici au matin, mais je pense que maintenant je ne peux pas manger juste comme ça parce que il contient du pain et je ne voudrais pas manger du pain parce que le pain euh, peut make you fat. Je ne sais pas comment dire, mais
Je comprends ce que tu veux dire. En français, pour exprimer l'idée de make you fat, tu peux dire faire grossir ou te faire prendre du poids. Par exemple, tu pourrais dire le pain peut te faire grossir ou je pense que le pain peut faire prendre du poids. Si tu préfères éviter le pain pour cette raison, tu pourrais opter pour des alternatives plus légères et riches en protéines, comme des œufs ou des salades avec des viandes maigres. Cela pourrait te donner une énergie durable sans risquer de prendre du poids. Est-ce que tu cherches des alternatives au banh mi qui ne contiennent pas de pain ou tu aimerais essayer d'autres options locales?
tu as raison, mais parce que car je n'ai pas beaucoup de temps, je pense que je ne peux pas comment dire, je ne sais pas. I cannot cook by myself parce que je n'ai pas de I don't have time to cook. I don't know how to say in French. Mais si if I buy it in the market, it will contain bread. How do you say this in French? Listen.
Je comprends. Voici comment tu peux dire tout cela en français. Tu as raison. Mais comme je n'ai pas beaucoup de temps, je ne peux pas cuisiner moi-même, parce que je n'ai pas de temps pour cuisiner. Mais si j'achète ça au marché, ça contiendra du pain. Si tu veux éviter le pain mais que tu n'as pas le temps de cuisiner, peut-être que tu pourrais chercher des repas préparés qui correspondent mieux à ce que tu veux sans le pain. Ou peut-être des options plus simples comme des salades ou des viandes grillées. Est-ce que tu as déjà pensé à ça?
Et qui je peux demander de cuisiner pour moi?
Tu peux demander à des restaurants locaux ou des marchés qui proposent des repas préparés. Il existe aussi des services de livraison de repas qui te permettent de commander des plats spécifiques, sans pain par exemple. Tu pourrais utiliser des applications locales comme GrabFood ou NowVN pour trouver des options. Si tu préfères quelque chose de plus personnalisé, tu pourrais demander à des cuisiniers locaux ou des vendeurs de rue s'ils peuvent préparer des plats pour toi selon tes préférences, comme des plats sans pain. En fonction de la ville où tu te trouves, il peut aussi y avoir des services qui offrent des repas à emporter ou livrer directement chez toi. Est-ce que tu as déjà utilisé une de ces options ou est-ce que tu cherches quelque chose de plus spécifique?
un peu comment dire？现在我觉得我们可以说中文，你觉得呢？
没问题，我们可以用中文聊。你最近怎么样？有什么想聊的吗？
一样的问题，因为我们跟你继续练习这个话题。我觉得现在在越南，我不能吃这个越南的食物，因为我住在非常小的城市，所以小的城市没有这个 Grab APP 这个软件，对不对？所以他们不能发给我每个早上这个食物，所以我觉得没有用。你觉得呢？怎么可以呃 resolve this problem？怎么说中文怎么说 resolve this problem？solve this problem？
我明白你的意思。如果你住在一个小城市，确实可能没有像大城市那样方便的外卖服务。你提到的 "resolve this problem" 可以用中文说成解决这个问题。要解决这个问题，你可以考虑以下几种方法：一、自己做简单的早餐。虽然你说没有时间做饭，但有些早餐可以很简单快速，比如煮鸡蛋、水果或者沙拉，这些可以提前准备好，早上只需要稍微加热或者直接食用。二、找当地的小店，有些小城市可能会有一些本地的小餐馆或摊贩，他们可能提供类似的餐食。你可以和他们沟通，看看是否可以提前订餐，或者找一些他们的常规餐点来替代。三、联系附近的厨房或者小餐馆。如果你不介意自己定制餐点，可以尝试和某些餐馆或者当地的家庭厨师联系，看看是否可以为你准备一个定制的早餐外卖服务。四、使用其他平台，即使在小城市，可能也有一些不那么主流的外卖平台，你可以尝试搜索一些本地的外卖平台，比如某些地方的本地微信群或本地 APP。你觉得这些方法可行吗？是否有其他地方能提供类似服务的资源？
没有啦，我跟你说，我住在非常小的城市，对不对？所以他们没有这个软件，他们没有入户的软件，对不对？所以我觉得我不能这个到地的订食物从餐馆儿，所以我觉得没有用的，他们不知道。他们没有，我应该打电话给他们，但是我不会说那么好的，我说不是那么好的越南语，所以他早上让发给我这个外卖的食物要的，明白吗？我的意思吗？因为我的中文不是那么好。
我明白你的意思了。你住的地方确实很小，所以没有外卖软件或外卖服务的选择，这使得你很难直接从餐馆订到你需要的食物。你提到，因为你的越南语不太好，所以联系餐馆时可能会遇到困难。你说的完全可以理解。如果你想解决这个问题，或许你可以考虑以下几点：一、学习简单的越南语。你可以先学习一些简单的越南语句子，像是“请问您能帮我送早餐吗？”或者“我想订个不含面包的早餐”之类。这样你就可以通过电话简单的向他们表达你的需求。二、找当地的朋友帮忙。如果你认识一些越南朋友，可能可以请他们帮你打电话，或者直接和餐馆沟通，这样你就不需要担心语言障碍了。三、寻找其他替代方案。既然没有外卖软件，你可以考虑去附近的市场或小店看看，看看是否有可以提前预定的食物。如果你有时间的话，早上直接去买也是一个选择。四、尝试简单的自己做。如果外卖不方便，你也可以考虑自己做一些简单的早餐，比如鸡蛋、沙拉，或者是快速的米饭。虽然这可能会花费一些时间，但它可以给你带来更多控制和灵活性。你的中文已经很好了，沟通完全没有问题。如果你需要帮助，我可以帮你用越南语写一些简单的句子，让你能够和餐馆或其他人更容易沟通。你觉得这些方法怎么样
不要我，
？You're welcome. If you need any more help, just let me know.
我不要你给我这个帮助学越南语，因为现在我觉得越南语没有那么有的帮助。但是你的看法非常好，我可以问我的 个同学们来我的住的地方，他们可以聊天，跟这个放的地方，他们可以每天早上给我这个早上饭，对不对？鸡蛋的炒鸡蛋或者boiled eggs，白鸡白鸡蛋，我不知道怎么说。然后他们可以给我这个树no no vegetables，然后他们可以给我很多的 like 怎么说饭也可以给我，糖也可以给我，但是我不知道怎么。
明白了，你可以请同事们帮忙和餐馆沟通，看看能不能每天早上为你提供早餐，这样就能解决你不方便去外面买的情况。你提到的炒鸡蛋可以说是 trung ran 越南语，而煮鸡蛋则是 trung luộc。如果你想跟餐馆说明，你可以说：“我想要每天早上吃炒鸡蛋或者煮鸡蛋，配上一些蔬菜，这样餐馆就可以根据你的需求准备了。”希望你能够顺利解决这个问题。如果还有其他问题，随时可以问我。
Können wir Deutsch üben?
Natürlich. Wir können gerne auf Deutsch üben. Worüber möchtest du sprechen?
Aber mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich weiß es nicht, aber ich denke, du nicht verstehen, was ich spreche.
Keine Sorge, du kannst auf Deutsch üben, auch wenn du denkst, dass es nicht perfekt ist. Ich verstehe dich gut und kann dir helfen, falls du Fehler machst. Wir können langsam anfangen und du kannst dir Zeit nehmen. Worüber möchtest du auf Deutsch sprechen?
Ich weiß es nicht.
That's totally fine. We can start with something simple. How about you tell me a little about your day or what you like to do in your free time? You can start with short sentences in German, and I'll help if needed.
Ich möchte gerne, ich mag gerne, ich möchte gerne fremde Sprachen üben.
It seems like you're writing in Hebrew, but I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Could you please clarify or rewrite your question? I'm happy to help.
I'm not talking in Hebrew, okay? I'm talking in German. Ich weiß nicht, aber ich mag gerne fremden Sprachen sprechen.
Ah, got it. You're saying that you really enjoy speaking foreign languages. That's awesome. Which languages do you like to speak the most? And are you practicing any new languages right now?
Jetzt, ich spreche Deutsch mit dir.
Das ist super. Du machst das schon sehr gut. Was möchtest du als nächstes auf Deutsch üben?
Weiß
Vielleicht
es
ein
nicht.
Thema oder ein Gespräch über etwas, das dich interessiert.
Ein Thema.
Nice to meet you, Thelma. How's everything going today?
Ja, ich möchte Deutsch sprechen. Mit dir Deutsch sprechen.
Klar, wir können gerne auf Deutsch sprechen. Worüber möchtest du sprechen?
Ich weiß es nicht, aber du kannst mir Frage stellen, aber oder aber mein Niveau ist nicht sehr toll.
Нет проблем. Я буду задавать простые вопросы, и ты можешь отвечать на них, как сможешь. Начнем с
Пиздец.
чего-то легкого. Wie heißt du? Как тебя зовут? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Could you clarify?
Mein Name ist Michael. Wie heißt du?
Nice to meet you, Mikhail. What do you like to do in your free time?
Ich mag gerne fremde Sprachen lernen.
Sehr gut, Mikhail. Du sagst, dass du gerne fremde Sprachen lernen möchtest. Welche Sprachen lernst du gerade oder welche möchtest du noch lernen?
Jetzt, ich lerne Deutsch.
Das ist toll. Wie lange lernst du schon Deutsch? Und was findest du am schwierigsten beim Deutschlernen?
Ich habe gelernt Deutsch. Ich habe Deutsch gelernt für viele Zeit. Weiß es nicht.
Du hast schon viel Zeit mit Deutschlernen verbracht. Das ist super. Es ist normal, manchmal nicht genau zu wissen, was schwierig ist. Gibt es bestimmte Themen oder Wörter, bei denen du dich unsicher fühlst?
Ich bin unsicher, weil du nicht mehr verstanden können.
抱歉让你觉得我没能理解你，我会尽力帮助你。如果你觉得不太清楚，可以告诉我具体的问题或你想讨论的内容，我
Okay,
会根据你的需要调整我的回答。
okay, wait for me. I need to go to the toilet for a little bit.
No problem. Take your time. I'll be here when you're back.
Так, ребят, привет всем. Ну, сейчас у меня чат GPT открыт. Так, я закрыл. Ну, вы видите, как чат GPT на немецкий реагирует. Ты хочешь на хибрю. Вот, ну, у меня произношение очень плохое, поэтому в этом есть смысл. Надо пытаться говорить по-немецки получше. Ну, я никогда его не учил с учителем, поэтому я не знаю, как правильно. Я, типа... Я и французский тоже никогда не учил, и китайский с учителем, но, по крайней мере, в Китае жил. Французский я учил сам, но когда я был помоложе, более... У меня было больше времени, я учился. Сейчас уже времени поменьше. Я вот нахожу время в будние дни поиграть вот так вот часочек-два максимум. И все. Ну, пообщаться. Всё равно прокачиваются немножко языки. Советуем всем. Поэтому попробуйте. Вот, я скоро спать, потому что поздно. Надо идти спать. И завтра рано уроки. Завтра суббота, завтра не выходной день. Всего 3 часа уроков, но все равно есть уроки. Поэтому надо будет пытаться вести все. Нормально? День выходной, но в воскресенье, в субботу, в воскресенье я буду готовиться к урокам на понедельник и до четверга. Вот, так что я стрим скоро закончу. Вот. То, сорян, вам интересно. Но так вот я практикую языки. Баки куда-то убежали. Блин, так столько много забаков, это просто пиздец. Ну, значит, нет выбора. Так, ну можем пытаться их убить, конечно. Автосохранение есть, если что. Хотелось бы проходить то же самое за... Просто у меня что-то компьютер вот завис в одном моменте. Вот. Вы это видели на стриме? Он просто завис. Хотя ж 32 гига оперативки, ну, типа, он должен зависнуть. Может, слишком много процессов. Одновременно чат GPT, YouTube открыт. А у Base Studio сама игра. Вот, и еще одна вкладка. Как бы, верно, в этом есть. Какой смысл может быть? И опять кто-то смотрит, но никто не пишет сообщения. Ну ладно. Не понимаю, я просто не понимаю, кто меня смотрит. Активировалась, конечно. Гранат. У меня есть глушитель. Ну, короче, скорее всего, рубрика Duolingo будет мертва. Я не буду его проходить, потому что вместо Duolingo лучше пообщаться вживую на 4 языках иностранных, чем вот этой херней заниматься Duolingo, где там самые простые предложения. Я, может быть, буду проводить там несколько раз в неделю, но, скорее всего, нет. Лучше каждый день общаться, даже по-немецки, но я прокачаю свой немецкий хотя бы. Я научусь говорить правильно, потому что он просто не понимает, что я говорю. Так, я разбил стекло. Так, ну сейф. Даже не буду пытаться. Пароль нам. Возможно, пароль есть, но что-то лень. Смотреть. Да мне не интересно за нее играть, потому что она не главный герой, как бы, поэтому. Вообще, в принципе. Собирать что-то. Понятное дело, что ее роль скоро иссякнет в этой игре. Нужно будет забирать. Мы же будем играть за Эли. Я решу. О, так. Не, ну таблеточки возьмем, чтобы пройти игру, конечно. Надо. Ну и вообще похеру. Реально. О, у меня Блин, надо попробовать, кстати, глушитель. Кто-то до этого не пробовал в прошлый раз. Может быть, пробовал, но неужели настолько тихо стреляет, что зомби не услышит? Кажется, глушитель он стреляет так тихо. А давайте тут сохраним. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел стрим. Знавато уже просто. Вот, увидимся в следующий раз.